Hey everybody, it's Collector Dude. We're going to go through the previews now. This is the January one. Some of the stuff's out already, but stuff's coming out in March. And it looks like some really nice stuff coming out. I picked up a few things already. And this is some of the other stuff that's coming out later this month. That looks cool. Let's see what we got going on. This one right here is out now. I skipped it. I saw it on other channels and other YouTubers were talking about, but I didn't pick it up. I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not. Maybe I can pick it up later. But this is Carmen #1 by Gilliam March. It came out last week, so it's series premiere. Spanish writer and artist Gilliam March, best known for his ongoing extensive work with DC Comics on Batman, Catwoman, and Harley Quinn, and has worked as an artist on several graphic novels, including English editions of Monica with Titan Comics and The Dream with Europe Comics. Here he takes up his pen for an edgy, new 5-part series about a highly unconventional angel named Carmen, and the young woman she takes under her wing when a case of heartbreak strikes hard. Packed with surprises and metaphysics, this gorgeously drawn series deploys tenderness and humor as it dives deep into topics that matter. That's the cover right there. And here we got the artwork. The artwork's really cool. I'm like, really nice, detailed. Nice. There's stuff going on here. Cool. Now this is Nocterra. This came out last week as well, or a week before. And I didn't pick this one up either. Scott Snyder did this. Tony Daniel. Nice cover there. It came out on March 3rd. Full Throttle Dark, Part 1. 10 years after the world is plunged into an everlasting night that turns all living creatures into monstrous shades, the only way to survive is to stay close to artificial light. Wow. What's that? There's a movie out like that. Kind of like that, where if you get to the dark, you get taken away. Until when you stayed with the light, you were okay. And everything. But let's see. Enter Valentina Val Riggs, a skilled ferryman who transports people and goods along deadly, unlit roads with her heavily illuminated 18-wheeler. Wow. So this March, it's got unveil horrors beyond any shade in this extra-sized first issue. Cool. 10 miles east of Luxville, Colorado outpost. Now. I guess you can see certain ways or something like that. Cool. You're going to be picking this one up? This looks good. I'll have to check it out and see if I can pick it up. Like I said, I usually tried #1s, but I didn't pick this one up because I had other stuff that I was picking up. But I think I'm going to go back and get it. Like I said, I always like to have #1s. The coloring is nice. Oh, different stuff coming out. Man. Get them with fire. Or light. Cool. Bunch of different crap. All this different stuff. Everything they're coming after them and everything. Oh, grabbing the face. All these wild creatures looking things. She say here, my name is Val Riggs, and I spent the first 4 years of my life in darkness. I was born legally blind, severe cataracts, totally correctable, but the nuns didn't believe in changing God's will. So it wasn't until I was adopted that I had the surgery. The worst part about that kind of blindness was that it wasn't total. I saw hints of things for a split second before the dark covered them. I thought of the darkness as dirty fingers inside my eyes, blotting out the world. Inky holes. What's it say? Inky hurls, like fingerprints, covering the sun, the sky, faces of other children laughing at me. When I was adopted and I finally had the surgery, the first thing I did upon opening my eyes was cry. My adopted family cried too, for joy. But me, I was crying for a different reason. I was happy, of course, but I cried out of fear. Fear that the fingers were still there, somewhere, and that it was only a matter of time before they'd return to cover the world again, but worse this time. And I was right. Wow. That looks like an interesting story. I think I'll have to go back and pick that up. This one comes out here on March 31st. Shadecraft. Here's the cover there. Horror, action, and adventure series premiere. Zadie Lou is afraid of her own shadow. She's a teenager, so she really should have grown out of it by now, right? But something weird is happening in her small town. Zadie could swear the shadows are coming to life, watching her, trying to kill her. But how do you fight something you can't even touch? And how does all of this tie into her family, of all things? Wow. From the creative team that brought you Eisner-nominated Skyward, I like that. Writer Joe Henderson, showrunner of Netflix's Lucifer, and artist Lee Garbett, Captain Marvel, join Zadie Lou as she ventures into the shadows to face her fears and discovers a legacy she never knew she had. Wow. Okay. Juliet, Illinois. That's a cool picture. Look at that. It looks cold out there, doesn't it? Windy. The way they do the lighting and everything. Cool. More stuff here. Uh-oh, there's the shadows. Oh, man. Spooky stuff. Uh-oh, look at there's another one. Wow. So now you see stuff like this. I can see this being picked up because it just looks different. It's cool. And the way they do special effects and everything, depending on what it is. I mean, you're dealing with a young relationship and everything, and then you got mysterious, creepy stuff going on. So I can see this like being a TV show or picked up or something on Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything like that. That'd be really cool. Wow. Uh-oh, we got Ultra Mega by James Herron, #1. It comes out on the 17th, so that's tomorrow. New Comic Book Day. Very cool. Ultra Mega, #1. A cosmic plague has spread, transforming everyday people into violent, monstrous Kaiji. Or Kaiju. Or is it Kaji? I'm just remember the movies. Only the Ultra Mega, 3 individuals endowed with incredible powers, hold the line against this madness. Their battles level cities and leave untold horror in their wake. Now the final reckoning approaches for the Ultra Mega. But is this a war they can even win? Fight monsters and stand with humanity in this new Skybound original from the greatest artist of his generation, James Herron, Rumble, BPRD, and Eisner Award-winning colorist Dave Stewart. Each issue is extra-sized with a 60-page debut that can barely contain its giant heroes, creatures, and devastation. Okay. Very cool. There's more story here. This is inked a little bit differently here. Monsters. Step away from the boy, please. Man. Uh-oh. Destruction. Wow. Take this boy to the shelters, medic. I think he's just unconscious. Get to safety, now! That looks pretty cool. I can see it being a louder voice, though. Like an echo or something like that. Something huge, because he's huge. Wow. That looks interesting. Okay, Bitterroot, number 11. David F. Walker. I know a David Walker. He's pretty cool. He does his own films. Everything, so... Skywalker. I think it says Skywalker Studios. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see. March 24th. A new story arc. 2020 Ringo Award-winning artist Sanford Green and his co-writers David F. Walker and Chuck Brown return in Bitterroot Legacy, the third arc of the Eisner and Ringo Award-winning series. As Earth is overrun by hideous creatures fueled by racism, a new evil force known as the Tree of Hate has literally taken root. The Sangare family of monster hunters once again finds themselves divided and fighting each other as they confront their most dangerous threat ever. Family dysfunction meets steampunk during the Harlem Renaissance, and life on Earth will never be the same in Bitterroot Legacy. Cool. Moonshine, number 23. Brian Azzarello. This is still going on. I haven't been picking up these. I picked up the first like 5 or 6 issues. I mean, it started off well, but I didn't read anymore. Let's see. Werewolves. Crime, new supernatural horror. New story arc. The Well, Part 1. Stormy weathers are brewing in New York City. Lou's back in town, and he's on a mission to right his wrongs. But with Joe, the boss, desperate to maintain his empire, and Tempest angling for control, Lou might just have a whole world of wrong ahead of him. Okay. The Fall, Volume 1 trade. March 17th. That comes out tomorrow. Cool cover. Okay. It collects issues 1 through 6. Readers found themselves gripped by the apocalyptic adventure of Robert Kirkman's The Walking Dead, and who were moved by the emotion in Cormac McCarthy's The Road will not want to miss Jared Marolt's The Fall. After losing his wife, one father will have to face a world in freefall, shaken to its core by an economic, social, political, and health crisis without precedent. Facing seemingly unreal and very unexpected dangers, he will do whatever it takes to protect his loved ones in a country on the brink of collapse. In this internationally acclaimed series, Jared Marolt not only tells the story of one family struggling to survive, but also questions the very reasons that brought mankind to this apocalypse. Sounds interesting. The record-breaking heat wave and resulting water shortages are causing huge problems for local agriculture. Serious crop failures are expected. Let's keep going on and on. All right. More story. In the United States, continuous violent altercations have pushed the country to the brink of civil war. Wow. However, experts warn that it is too soon to discontinue the government vaccination program. Nice art. Clean lines. Now we got Friend of the Devil, a Reckless book, hardcover. April 28th it comes out. Advanced Solicits, Crime. Okay. The next book in the Red Hot Reckless series is here. No one does crime fic like Brubaker and Phillips, and their collaboration has never felt more new, explosive, vital, and yes, reckless. Damon Lindelof. Okay, Lost and HBO's Watchmen. Best-selling crime noir masters Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips are back with another new original graphic novel featuring troublemaker for hire Ethan Reckless. It's 1985, wow, and things in Ethan's life are going pretty well until a missing woman shows up in the background of an old B movie, and Ethan is drawn into Hollywood's secret occult underbelly as he hunts for her among the wreckage of the wild days of the 70s. Another hit from the award-winning creators of Pulp. My heroes have always been junkies, Criminal, and Kill or Be Killed. I love that one too, Kill or Be Killed. A must-have for all Brubaker and Phillip fans. And look for the next standalone book in the Reckless series in October. Nice cover. 1985 was a bad year. Different artwork. It's consistent though. Consistent with all the other books. So if you like the other books, you gotta pick that one up. No, these guys don't look good. Skinheads. For some reason, there always had to be skinheads. Well, let's go get this guy. Okay, Big Girls Volume 1 Trade. I saw these at Half Price Books. I didn't pick them up, though. I like Jason Howard artwork. I have to check it out. I should have picked up number 1 just to see what it was about. Okay, this comes out March 24th. Big Girls 1 through 6. So they must just grow large to fight the kaiju. Or something like that. Everybody likes these big monsters and everything. When men become giant monsters destroying the world, only girls can stop them. Big Girls. Meet Ember. She writes poetry, loves to read. She's 300 feet tall, and her full-time job is killing monsters. Her and the other girls are all that stand in the way of our world's complete annihilation. Critically acclaimed artist Jason Howard, Trees, takes the full creative reins, writing and drawing a tale that could be described as a cross between John Wick and Godzilla by the way of HBO's Girls. Wow. Looks interesting. I have to try to look at that one up too. Getting It Together Trade. Okay, Getting It Together. March 24th. Romance comedy. Collects issues 1 through 4. Pitched toward the audience for relationship drama comedies that made last year's Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me into a hit. Newcomer artist Jenny D. Fine shines alongside Marvel Comics Iceman writer Sina Grace and co-creator Omar Spahi in the all-new modern dramedy You Didn't Know You Needed. Sam and Jack are best friends, and Sam is dating Lauren, Jack's indie rocker sister and roommate. Tensions skyrocket when Sam and Lauren decide to open up their long-term relationship, sending social shockwaves through their friend group and entire Bay Area, leaving poor Jack caught in the middle. Life gets pretty messy when you're in your 20s and your friends are your family. Includes backup stories and never-before-seen bonus content. All right. Now we got this one here, Inkblot, Volume 1 Trade. April 7th it's coming out. Look at that cat. It collects Inkblot 1 through 6. Advanced Solicit here. Okay, a powerful sorceress must attempt to correct her greatest mistake, the creation of a magical cat that can travel through time, space, and the 7 realms of reality. The cat threatens to unravel the fabric of the universe, doesn't care, and just won't listen. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, I'll do a couple more. The Scumbag, Volume 1 trade. Cocaine Finger, Rick Render. Comes out on March 24th. It's a nice cover. Scumbag, 1 through 5. The fate of the world rests in the hands of the worst person on it. From New York Times bestseller, selling writer Rick Remender and a murderer's row of all-star artistic talent comes the story of Ernie Ray Clementine, a profane, illiterate, drug-addicted biker with a 5th grade education who accidentally received a power-imbuing serum, making him the world's most powerful super spy. He is a relic of a bygone era, the living embodiment of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So this doesn't make things easy for the spy organization that needs his help as they bribe, cajole, and manipulate him to choose between his own self-interest and doing what's right. Okay. It's clever, it's funny, it's instantly intriguing. And even after just one issue, it's so much more than its tagline. This is a thoroughly ambitious and impishly entertaining debut that lays a lot of groundwork for something bigger. Sci-Fi Wire. An artful, purposeful, evocative depiction of debauchery and bleeding cool. I have no doubt that this is going to be a standout title in 2020. Big comic page. Wow. Okay, the last one on here, we got Stillwater by Zdarsky. Okay, he's doing Daredevil right now. I love it. Volume 1, Rage. Rage trade paperback. And I just recently picked those up. You saw one of my latest videos. I just recently picked up all of these issues so I can read this. Collects issues 1 through 6. I like the collected issues are cool too, but I like the single issues. But sometimes I want to collect the trades. I got a trade I just picked up. I got to show on a haul video soon. Nobody dies. In the town of Stillwater, that's not just a promise. It's a threat. Join superstar writer Chip Zdarsky, Daredevil, The White Trees, and Eisner Award-winning artist Ramon K. Perez. Tales of Sand, Jane, as they dive into a world of horror and intrigue in this new Skybound original series. I gotta check that out. I gotta read it. Like I said, I picked them all up. Okay, we'll start here on the next video. I want to try to keep it not too long and not too short. But thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Hope these are going good for you. I tried my best to make them best as I can. Everything, just going through them. I love going through these previews. I've collected them for years and everything. I traded a bunch of them off to half-price books and everything, and kept some of them, but most of them I give away and everything. But I got a lot to go through because these are just really cool. I love to buy these and look through them all because I love the artwork and everything. But you guys have a great day. Tell me what you think, what you're going to be picking up, and Collector Dude is out.